an indication like this, a situation like this, rather, with the Green Bay Packers where, they're willing to, make a long-term contract offer. They're willing to compete for his services. Well, I think that's a bit extreme. You've been in Green Bay long enough to know whether you do or do not want to be there. And I think that one of those situations where you need to be pursued at this stage and point in your career is utterly ridiculous. If there are things that you have to fix with your relationship with the Green Bay Packers, that was supposed to be last season. And either, once you go through this season like he did, you either want to stay or you want to go. But for them to have to find themselves in a situation where it ain't even about the money per se, where we're trying to cajole and compete with you, well, you've been there for almost 2 decades now. You either want to be there or you don't. Now, if you need more money, that's fine. If you want a longer-term commitment, that's fine. If you want more say, that's fine. Okay? But it shouldn't be any trepidation as to whether or not you want to be there. You should know by now, because you're coming across like a drama queen or a drama king, whatever is appropriate. That's how you're coming across right now, which I don't think is the greatest look, particularly when you consider how he couldn't put up 14 points to win a divisional playoff game on his home field in inclement weather against a team when you had rest and they didn't have the rest. When all of those things are the backdrop, the immediate backdrop, the most frequent backdrop of what you've just endured, one could argue you got some damn nerve to be putting people through all of this. You do have a right to sit up there and say, I want to stay or I want to go, considering the level of greatness and the fact that you're a reigning 2-time league MVP. But all of this drama, I think, is reserved for champions. And the last 12 years, that has not been you.
Yes, sir. I'm glad somebody else said it. See, S.A., when you say it, the world takes notice. Charles Barkley said he's the girl that you got to tell they pretty all the time. You got to continue to tell them. The world takes notice when the OGs speak. I think he leaves. And here's the thing. Like, I know I've been saying this a long time, and the safe bet is,
Hold on,
Aaron
Marcus,
Rodgers
you think he
stays.
leaves?
The Green Bay Packers.
Hold on, Marcus, you're saying that you think he's leaving. Oh, okay. I didn't catch
leaving.
that.
Yeah,
okay.
I think he's leaving. I was on this last year when everything was transpiring. And you and I talked about this, S.A., on the show. I said the Green Bay Packers need to cut ties with Aaron Rodgers. A lot for the things that you just said. Yeah, I know it's scary. I know he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But you have now gone through 2 off seasons where you are waiting to see if the most important player on your team is deciding to play for you. Not a contract dispute, not something that we can't see eye to eye on to get fixed. You just waiting, because what you just laid out, what Jeremy Fowler laid out this morning on Get Up, they offering him all the money in the world. They've capitulated to all of the things that he wanted to happen last offseason by bringing in Randall Cobb. He spoke about it earlier when we got towards the end of the season, and I gave Aaron Rodgers kudos for saying, I'm not going to drag this out. And maybe we not to the point of it dragging out. I know the league has a calendar in a year, but I also know the Green Bay Packers general manager would like to know the decision so he can move forward, as he said. So as I look at all of that, I'm saying, you doing all of this again to stay? You have all of this speculation going on again to stay, and now there are rumors about other places that will have contracts. Let's get America straight, S.A. There will be anybody in the league that wants Aaron Rodgers to make him the highest paid quarterback. That ain't no damn breaking news. There will be teams that will change their rosters. They will do things. They will do what Aaron Rodgers needs them to do in order for him to come play. He's earned that. That's kudos to Aaron Rodgers because of how great he is. But to continue this saga or this soap opera with the Green Bay Packers about what I'm doing, what is he going to do, the general manager trying to be. Let me ask you this, S.A. I'm going to pass this to you. Let me ask you this. Do you think the Green Bay Packers brass are happy with Aaron Rodgers, or because he plays at a high level, they just sinking themselves in order to keep everything kosher, depending on the decision that they're making?
I don't think they're happy with him at all, but I will tell you this. I don't give a damn about their happiness. I don't mind if they're miserable, because I think for the most part, I think for the most part they brought this on themselves. up until last summer. Once you basically addressed the situation with Aaron Rodgers last summer, we shouldn't be going through all of this with Aaron Rodgers now. You went through the season after you sat up there and made all of that noise, and rightfully so, because he was being disrespected. He wasn't appreciated nearly as much as he should have been by brass. I remember when I was once told that he wanted to make a suggestion, and they said, you play, we run an organization, and shut the hell up and go out there on the field and do your job. They were very dismissive towards him for years to come. So I definitely understood his frustration, and when he had that press conference last year and just illuminated all of the issues that he had with them, I thought that came across as very profound, very thorough, very on point, et cetera, et cetera. So we understood that. But once you got past that and showed up on the football field, you had an obligation to show up and produce. And I know that he did during the regular season, being that bad man we've all known him to be. And it's just one game. But one game in the playoffs matter because it can send you home. And when you can't score 14 points, you're the top seed. You had a bye week. San Francisco played Dallas the week before. They beat Dallas. They came in there without rest on your turf, with you rested, and the special teams messed everything up. I get that, but that still doesn't excuse your inability to be to put up more than 10 points in a divisional playoff game on your home field. The fact that we are sitting here dealing with all of this noise, with Aaron Rodgers evidently incapable of making up his mind in an expeditious fashion, you are walking around like you are a champion, like this is 2011 and you had just won the title in 2010, as opposed to the individual that has now gone 11 or 12 consecutive seasons where not only have you not won a Super Bowl, you haven't even made the Super Bowl. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.